5 big mistakes we see in CVs all the time and how to avoid them. We see these mistakes in CVs of highly qualified, highly specialized individuals with decades of experience. The reality is right now in the market that there are more candidates than there are opportunities available. We are beginning to see this shift. And however, what this means for you is that it's really important now than ever before to make sure that your CV is standing out among the rest. So let's dive into it. Mistake number 1 that we see is that your CV is not keyword optimized for AI. The reality is many people apply for positions without even reading the job description. And so recruiters use AI softwares to sort through CVs, and it usually gives them a ranking. Recruiters will then go and read and sort through them. They're looking for their top 5 or top 10. So you want to make sure that your keywords are very prominent within your CV. So what are keywords? They are the 5 to 10 things that really describe exactly what you do. Too often we'll see a solution architect that's got decades of experience in CCMB and not mention CCMB in the CV. Or the opposite, where we have lots of technical skills that are listed, but project manager is not mentioned anywhere. So sit down and really think, what are the 5 to 10 words that really, if you had to break it down, describe what it is that you do and what you have to offer. Can be a bit challenging when you've got decades of experience, but just really take time to think about those keywords to make sure that you are optimized. Mistake number 2 that we see is that your CV is just simply not clear and concise. Recruiters read between 30, 50, 100 CVs, and the first time around they're going to skim read and they're going to sort out keywords, but they really want to see straight away, do you jump off the page? Do I know exactly what it is that you have to offer? And am I going to put you aside into sort of my top 5, top 10 pile? Do I think that you are that candidate for the role? So make sure that your information is clear and concise. Now, a practical tip to see if this is true, you yourself can read your CV in under 30 seconds and say to yourself, does this really describe what it is that I do? Here's the kicker. You, the expert that knows your subject inside and out and works on it on a daily basis, will have a much deeper understanding. And so it may seem very obvious to you. Remember, the vast majority of recruiters do not have the technical skills that you have. They have a different skill set. They're in the business of people. And so you need to make sure that they understand what is in your CV. Now, the likelihood that they understand is greater when you're working with a specialty recruiter like Axiometrics that provides those IT billing professionals to the utility and telco space. But you still want to make it clear and concise, because this is about speed and about allowing the recruiter to see who you are. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to take your CV and I want you to give it to somebody in your family, maybe if you've got a child at college age, or your wife or your husband or somebody in your family that knows what your job title is, but doesn't know the details of your day-to-day. Ask them to read your CV in under 30 seconds and explain back to you what they think it is that you do. That will be a clear indication whether or not your CV is clear and concise. Big mistake number 3 is irrelevant information. So irrelevant information is things like very basic skills. So Microsoft Office. If you're a solution architect, an understanding of Microsoft Office is kind of a given, or technologies that are just out of date and are not relevant for the role that you are applying. Even things like hobbies, that used to be a trend sort of quite some time ago, but it's still around. The reality is that employers are looking for trust and credibility. Are you the right person to fulfill this role and execute with results? Yes, it may be nice that, you have the same hobby in common, say you both like tennis, and having personal relationships and friendships and good rapport in the workplace is really important and key. But they always come after establishing credible workplace trust that you're able to deliver on your role. So that is what is key. If you like tennis, you can put a little emoji down in the comments. I'm a huge tennis fan. So let's dive into the fourth mistake that we see. Now, this is one that many professionals with decades of experience sometimes struggle with, and that is substantiating your CV with tangible evidence of what you have achieved and accomplished throughout your career. This often comes from an element of modesty, and often, no man is an island when you're working in the utilities and the telco space. You're working with quite large teams to achieve goals and objectives. Put your contributions tangibly into the CV. Without it, your CV just simply lacks substance. We are looking for credibility within a CV. And that is something that definitely sets you apart, and it is something that too often is missed by very experienced candidates. So make sure to put in your accomplishments and what you have done with tangible evidence. And that brings us to mistake number 5. And this one makes me chuckle a little bit, but it's the soft skills. Skills are really divided into your technical skills and your soft skills. And soft skills are very important within the workplace, but too often they're either missing from CVs or they are just listed. And I chuckle a little bit because if you list problem solving and you're a project manager and you've just listed a whole bunch of soft skills, good at listening, management skills, problem solving, everybody writes the same ones. Isn't problem solving part of the role? I want to know how. What frameworks do you use? You can also tie your soft skills into demonstrating your goals and achievements that you have. So you can say, led the team at X to achieve Z and Y. So you want to bring those in throughout your CV. Now, I've given a lot of information in this video, so if you would like a PDF with all of it down, all the practical tips and steps that you can take to maximize your CV, in the description below there will be instructions on how to get that PDF. If you want to become a contractor with Axiometrics, you can also pop us your CV. And if you are looking for the top talent to join your team, when you're dealing with the digital CX space and utilities and telecommunications, we would love to speak to you as well. Thank you so much for watching. From Megan here and the Axiometrics team, have an incredible day.